All right, good morning. So again, this is the rerun of our lesson D. We're going to do something simpler rather than mixed radicals and have this on the test instead, okay? So again, we're going to push the test to tomorrow, and we're going to evaluate radicals. So you're going to see questions similar to this. So I'm just going to work through some of the questions you have in your printout, and let's work it that way. So question number 1A, you have under radical a fraction. What do you do when you have that, right? So again, if you're turning against the wall, you want to, face this side, or the boys on this towards the window. All right, so we know if you have radical 16, this equals to 4, correct? Yes. And how about square root 169? What are the two numbers that multiply to 169? Do you know that by heart? 13, okay. So this is 13. In this case, if you see a radical written in this way, you can actually rewrite it as radical 16 over radical 169. And radical 16 or square root 16 is 4, square root 169 is 13. And that should be the answer. All right, so again, if you have a fraction under a square root sign, you can distribute the square root to the top number and to the bottom number. Right, so that's first question. I'm writing with more space here rather than what you have in the printout, just so that people can see easier. All right, so second one, I will leave B to you because that's easy. I'll skip one. I'll go to C, okay? If you have square root 16 over 4, any guesses? Square root 16, again, we know that it's a 4. And 4 is a 4. And 4 over 4 is 1. You know your fractions? Okay, we're going to skip a few ones. Maybe I'll show you F. Okay? If I have 1 over square root 25 plus 1 over 5, what should this be? Right, so this is your question F. We know square root 25 is 5, right? So we can rewrite first fraction as 1 over 5 plus second fraction 1 over 5, giving you guys know how a fraction with the same denominator, right? Yes, you've seen this before? What's the answer? 1 over 5 over plus 1 over 5. 1/5 and 1/5 be 2/5. Hello, are you guys awake? Yes? Okay, so 1/5 plus 1/5 give you what? Yes? 2/5, thank you so much. Awesome. Alright, so let's move to something else. How about I? Question I. There we go. If you have is there a difference between the fraction on the left and the fraction on the right? Is there a difference? Who says yes? Who says no? Okay, no difference, right? According to first example, if you have a square root and then a fraction, you can write 2 square roots, 1 for the top, 1 for the bottom, right? So in this case, we know on the top, square root 25 give us 5, square root 4 give us 2. Similarly, and then you have 5 halves plus 5 halves. Now you have 10 halves, and this will be 10 divided by 2, giving you 5. We'll be learning specifically about fractions later on. This is, this could be a preview. Work through other questions, and then okay, so on the flip side, On the flip side, you can have something like cube root. Let's say maybe question E. You guys following? Question E is the square root 4 plus cube root of 8 plus 2. So this pretty much, we're going to turn into integers and then just add them. Okay, what is square root 4? Square root 4, quick answer from someone. 2, yeah. And cube root 8 would be 2 again. And 2, and we have 6, right? So this version is certainly much easier than the than the D that we learned before. Yet you have to be able to convert your perfect square root and cube root into integers before you do these additions. Okay, I'll show you just one more before I send you to finish your work. How about, oh, this is I instead. How about cube root of 1,000 plus 2? Cube root of 1,000. Is there 3 numbers that multiply to 1,000? Same number is times itself 3 times. Would that be a 10? Yes? Alright. So cube root of 1,000 would be just one of this 10, right? 10 plus 2 give you 12. That would be the answer. Much simpler than the D section we had before. So although we learned section D last time, you won't have that material on your test, just so that we are clear. Can I get you to spend maybe, what, 10-15 minutes to finish the rest of the worksheet? Okay, thank you.